In a world fueled by the need for validation, endless pursuits, and fleeting connections, it's easy to fall into patterns of begging for attention, chasing approval, or engaging in manipulative games. But these behaviors drain your energy, compromise your self-worth, and pull you further from the peace and clarity you deserve. The truth is, you don't need to beg, chase, text first, or play games to live a life of respect, purpose, and fulfillment. Stoic philosophy offers a powerful framework to help you rise above these patterns, focus on your inner strength, and build relationships rooted in authenticity. In today's video, no begging, no chasing, no texting, no games, Victory Stoic will explore 11 transformative Stoic lessons that empower you to reclaim your energy, embrace your value, and let go of behaviors that don't serve you. These insights will guide you toward living intentionally and confidently, free from unnecessary pursuits and distractions. Stay tuned to the end for actionable steps that can truly transform your mindset and approach to life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Victory Stoic for more empowering content. And let's hear your story. Comment below with "I choose clarity and self-respect," or share how you've let go of chasing and embraced a life of intention. Together, we can inspire and support one another on this journey to peace and fulfillment. Let's get started. Number 1, elevate your energy frequency. Respect and meaningful connections are never earned through chasing or pleading. They come from the energy you embody, a quiet strength that attracts people and opportunities without effort. When you elevate your energy frequency, you free yourself from desperation and manipulation, stepping into a life of confidence and clarity, where your presence speaks louder than words. Imagine walking into a room where someone radiates calm confidence. They don't need to demand attention or force conversations. Their very presence makes people curious, drawn to them like moths to a flame. Now think of someone who constantly seeks approval, texting endlessly to get a reply, over-apologizing for minor things, or trying too hard to impress. Their energy feels frantic, even overwhelming, pushing people away. The difference isn't about luck or charm, it's about the energy frequency they emit. Elevating your energy frequency starts within. It's about nurturing your inner world so you no longer need to chase what isn't meant for you. Take a common scenario. You're waiting for someone to text back. Instead of spiraling into anxiety or sending multiple follow-ups, redirect your energy into something fulfilling. Read a book, go for a walk, or spend time on a passion project. By doing so, you focus on building your life instead of fixating on external validation. Personal growth is another powerful way to raise your frequency. Picture someone who invests in themselves, learning a new language, practicing a hobby, or mastering a skill. Their confidence grows naturally because they're not waiting for others to define their worth. For instance, instead of chasing a promotion, they focus on becoming so skilled and irreplaceable that opportunities come to them effortlessly. This quiet confidence becomes magnetic. Relationships also play a critical role in your energy. Consider a friend who only calls when they need something, leaving you feeling drained. By stepping back from such one-sided dynamics and surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, you create an environment that nourishes your energy instead of depleting it. This shift is subtle but transformative. When you stop chasing people who don't value you, you make space for connections that do. Living with a high energy frequency is not just about feeling good, it's about living intentionally. It's the quiet decision to choose growth over games, fulfillment over chasing, and self-worth over external approval. As Marcus Aurelius said, a man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. When your ambition becomes to master your energy and focus on what you can control, you naturally attract respect and opportunities. Elevating your energy frequency is about reclaiming your power. Instead of asking for validation or attention, you step into a state where your energy speaks for itself. It's not about begging or chasing, it's about becoming the type of person who inspires admiration through their clarity, focus, and undeniable presence. This is how you align with the life you truly deserve. Number 2, honor your self-worth. Your value is not determined by the opinions of others, but by the respect and dignity you command from within. No one can make you feel insignificant or small unless you hand them the power to do so. To honor your self-worth is to recognize that your existence, your voice, and your presence are inherently valuable. It is a declaration that you will no longer lower your standards or compromise your integrity for the fleeting approval of others. Imagine a person constantly bending over backward to please others, agreeing to things they dislike, tolerating disrespect, and suppressing their true self to avoid conflict. They become a shadow of who they are, slowly losing their identity and confidence. Now picture someone who sets firm boundaries with grace and strength. They say no without guilt, stand by their principles, and refuse to entertain relationships or situations that undermine their worth. This person doesn't demand respect, they embody it. To honor your value, the first step is setting clear boundaries. For example, if someone frequently cancels plans last minute or treats you as an afterthought, you can calmly say, "I value my time and energy, and I expect others to do the same. If this continues, I'll have to reevaluate our dynamic." This isn't about confrontation, it's about demonstrating that you know your worth and won't tolerate less. Another critical step is refusing to lower your standards to fit someone else's expectations. Suppose you're in a workplace where your efforts go unrecognized, or you're constantly asked to overextend yourself. Instead of trying harder to gain approval, take a stand. Communicate your boundaries, advocate for your contributions, or, if necessary, seek opportunities where your value is acknowledged and celebrated. Honoring yourself doesn't mean being rigid. It means knowing when to walk away from what no longer serves you. Even in personal relationships, honoring your values means recognizing that love and respect should never require you to shrink. If someone criticizes or belittles you under the guise of honesty or helpfulness, remind yourself that constructive feedback uplifts while disrespecting tears down. Say firmly but calmly, "I appreciate feedback, but I won't accept being spoken to in a demeaning way." By holding your ground, you reinforce your worth without compromising your grace. As Epictetus wisely said, "A man can't learn what he thinks he already knows." Honoring your self-worth begins with the humility to reflect on where you've allowed others to devalue you, and the courage to reclaim that power. When you truly honor your self-worth, you send a clear message to the world. I am enough, and I refuse to settle for less than I deserve. This strength is not arrogance, but the quiet confidence of someone who knows their value and acts accordingly. It is this unwavering belief in yourself that compels others to respect and admire you, making your presence both commanding and inspiring. Number 3. Stop chasing what isn't meant for you. There is profound freedom in letting go of what isn't meant to be. The more you chase something, be it a relationship, an opportunity, or approval, the further it seems to slip away. What truly belongs in your life will align with your energy, not your desperation. To stop chasing is to reclaim your power, redirect your energy, and focus on creating a life that attracts the right things effortlessly. Imagine someone chasing a one-sided relationship. They constantly text first, rearrange their schedule to accommodate the other person, and tolerate being treated as an afterthought. This endless pursuit not only drains their energy, but also diminishes their self-worth. Now picture someone who, instead of chasing, steps back and prioritizes their growth. They focus on their passions, nurture meaningful connections, and build a life filled with purpose and joy. In doing so, they naturally attract relationships and opportunities that value and complement who they are. To stop chasing what isn't meant for you, start by recognizing its toll on your energy and self-respect. For instance, if you're constantly vying for recognition at work but feel unappreciated, consider whether your efforts are truly aligned with your goals. Instead of chasing validation in a toxic environment, redirect your focus to developing skills or exploring opportunities that genuinely support your growth. When you stop seeking approval, you allow yourself to find spaces where your contributions are celebrated without effort. This principle applies equally to personal relationships. If you're in a friendship or romantic relationship where you're always the one initiating, compromising, or fighting to be heard, it may be time to step back. True connections thrive on mutual respect and effort. By letting go of relationships that don't reciprocate your energy, you make space for those that do. For example, instead of chasing someone who consistently cancels plans or doesn't prioritize you, Invest that time in hobbies, self-care, or friendships that uplift you. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that what is truly meant for you will align naturally. As the Stoics teach, attachment to outcomes is a source of suffering. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Similarly, if something feels forced, unbalanced, or draining, it's a sign to release it and focus on what truly aligns with your values and goals. When you stop chasing what isn't meant for you, you shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Instead of running after things, you attract what resonates with your energy and values. This is not just a decision to let go. It's a declaration that your time, energy, and self-worth are too valuable to waste on things that aren't truly yours. By stepping into this mindset, you reclaim your power and open the door to a life filled with authenticity, balance, and fulfillment. Number 4, shift from scarcity to abundance. Two distinct mindsets how we view the world and our place within it: scarcity and abundance. A scarcity mindset operates on the belief that resources, opportunities, and success are limited. It whispers that there isn't enough to go around, whether it's time, love, money, or recognition, and that you must constantly fight for your share. In contrast, an abundance mindset is rooted in the belief that the world is full of opportunities and that you are already enough. This mindset embraces gratitude, openness, and the understanding that fulfillment comes not from having more, but from appreciating what you already have. The scarcity mindset often leads to stress, competition, and fear of missing out. For instance, someone with this mindset might constantly compare themselves to others, feeling inferior when they see someone else succeed. They may cling to relationships or jobs that no longer serve them, afraid that letting go means losing something irreplaceable. This outlook creates a cycle of desperation and dissatisfaction, where nothing ever feels like it's enough. On the other hand, an abundance mindset brings a sense of calm and confidence. Instead of focusing on what's lacking, it highlights what's already present and the endless possibilities ahead. A person with this mindset doesn't fear someone else's success because they understand that it doesn't diminish their potential. They are more likely to take risks, embrace change, and invest in relationships and opportunities that align with their values, knowing that life continuously offers new chances. The impact of these two mindsets is profound. A scarcity mindset narrows your vision, making you cling to the familiar and avoid growth. It convinces you to play small, hold back, and stay stuck in fear. Abundance, however, expands your perspective. It empowers you to see opportunities and setbacks, learn from challenges, and attract positive experiences by radiating confidence and gratitude. To shift into an abundance mindset, start by practicing gratitude. Make it a habit to acknowledge and appreciate the good in your life, no matter how small. For example, instead of lamenting a busy schedule, you might feel grateful for the meaningful work that fills your days. Similarly, instead of envying someone else's achievements, reflect on the steps you've taken toward your growth. Another key step is to let go of the need to control outcomes. Instead of clinging to what's not meant for you, trust that releasing it will create space for something better. For instance, if a relationship isn't reciprocating your energy, stepping back can open the door for connections that truly align with your values. Finally, surround yourself with abundance-minded people. These are individuals who inspire you, celebrate your wins, and encourage you to think bigger. Their energy will reinforce your own belief in the limitless opportunities that life has to offer. As Epictetus wisely noted, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. By shifting from scarcity to abundance, you transform not only how you perceive the world, but also how the world responds to you. This mindset allows you to live with clarity, confidence, and a deep sense of fulfillment, no matter where you are in your journey. Number 5, embrace letting go. Letting go is often misunderstood as a sign of failure or defeat, but in reality, it is one of the most liberating acts of self-respect and wisdom. Clinging to what no longer serves you, whether it's a toxic relationship, an unfulfilling job, or a long-lost dream, only drains your energy and blocks the path to something better. Letting go is not about giving up. It's about freeing yourself to grow, evolve, and align with what truly matters. Imagine holding on to a frayed rope, your hands burning as it pulls you down. The tighter you grip, the more it hurts, yet you're afraid to let go because you believe that holding on is your only option. Now imagine releasing the rope. Your pain eases, and you can focus on finding a sturdier, more reliable way forward. This is the power of letting go. It shifts your focus from fear to possibility, from desperation to clarity. Letting go often starts with recognizing what no longer aligns with your values or goals. For example, consider a job that once excited you but now feels like a dead end. You might stay out of fear of financial insecurity, fear of change, or fear of the unknown. But holding onto something that drains your passion and creativity doesn't honor your potential. By letting go, you create space for opportunities that energize and fulfill you, even if the path ahead feels uncertain at first. This principle applies just as strongly to relationships. A one-sided friendship or toxic partnership may leave you feeling undervalued or emotionally exhausted. Letting go of such connections isn't about abandoning someone, it's about choosing your well-being. For instance, if a friend constantly takes without giving or a partner dismisses your feelings, stepping away allows you to invest that energy in relationships that nurture and support you. To embrace letting go, start by asking yourself, is this helping me grow or is it holding me back? If the answer is the latter, trust that releasing it will lead to freedom, not loss. Practicing mindfulness can also help. Focus on the present moment and remind yourself that clinging to the past or fearing the future only limits your ability to move forward. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, some things are up to us and some things are not. Letting go is a powerful way to honor this truth, as it shifts your attention from what you cannot control to what you can, your choices, your growth, and your ability to create a meaningful life. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It's a declaration that you value your peace, energy, and purpose above the comfort of familiarity or the fear of change. By embracing letting go, you open yourself to new possibilities, new connections, and a life that aligns with your truest self. It's not about what you're losing, it's about what you're making room for. Number 6, avoid playing mind games. Healthy relationships are built on trust, transparency, and mutual respect, not manipulation or mind games. When you engage in or tolerate psychological games, you create an environment of uncertainty and imbalance, which ultimately undermines your sense of self-worth and the foundation of your connections. Refusing to participate in mind games is a powerful way to assert your values and attract relationships rooted in authenticity. Mind games often manifest as subtle manipulations, leaving messages unread to provoke anxiety, using passive-aggressive comments to gain control, or creating unnecessary drama to test someone's loyalty. While these tactics might provide temporary leverage, they erode trust and leave both parties feeling unsettled and insecure. Imagine a relationship where both people are constantly second-guessing each other's intentions. This dynamic is exhausting and unproductive, leaving no room for genuine connection. Instead, practicing clarity and honesty transforms how you interact with others. For instance, if a friend or partner attempts to manipulate you by being intentionally vague or withholding communication, resist the urge to retaliate in kind. Instead, respond directly. If there's something on your mind, I'd prefer if we discussed it openly rather than guessing what's wrong. This approach shifts the dynamic from gamesmanship to constructive dialogue, emphasizing your commitment to authenticity. Similarly, don't initiate games to test others. For example, if you're unsure about someone's feelings, don't create scenarios to force a reaction. Instead, ask for clarity respectfully. I'd like to understand where we stand. Can we talk about this honestly? This transparency not only fosters healthier communication, but also establishes you as someone confident enough to prioritize integrity over manipulation. Refusing to engage in mind games doesn't mean you let others walk over you. It means you set clear boundaries. If someone continues to play manipulative games despite your efforts to communicate openly, it's a sign that the relationship might not align with your values. Walking away from such dynamics isn't a loss, it's a declaration of self-respect. As Marcus Aurelius said, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. By refusing to partake in mind games, you rise above the chaos and focus on building meaningful relationships that enhance your life rather than drain it. Choosing honesty and clarity over manipulation demonstrates strength and emotional maturity. It tells the world that you value yourself and those around you enough to prioritize authenticity. In doing so, you create relationships that are not only healthy, but also deeply fulfilling, free from the toxicity of mind games, and full of mutual respect. Number 7, live in a state of flow. When you stop chasing and start aligning with positive energy, life begins to unfold naturally. Living in a state of flow means letting go of the need to force outcomes or prove your worth. Instead, you immerse yourself fully in the present moment, channeling your focus and energy toward what truly matters. In this state, you don't have to fight for attention or recognition. Your value becomes self-evident through the ease and authenticity of your actions. Imagine an artist at work, completely absorbed in their craft. They aren't thinking about impressing others or worrying about the result. They're simply creating, lost in the joy of the process. This is the essence of flow. Being so engaged in what you're doing that time seems to stand still and everything feels effortless. This state isn't just reserved for artists or athletes. It's accessible to anyone willing to let go of distractions and fully commit to the present. To live in a state of flow, begin by identifying activities that naturally captivate your attention and bring you joy. Whether it's writing, gardening, problem solving, or even organizing, these are the moments where you feel most alive and aligned. Engage with these activities regularly, not as a means to an end, but as an end in itself. The more you practice this focus, the more flow becomes a natural part of your life. Flow also comes from aligning your goals with your values. When you pursue things that genuinely matter to you, your efforts feel purposeful and energizing rather than draining. For example, instead of chasing a career solely for status or financial gain, choose a path that aligns with your passions and strengths. This alignment makes your work feel meaningful, and success comes as a natural byproduct rather than a forced achievement. Letting go of the need to control every detail is another key to flow. Trust the process and allow things to unfold in their own time. For instance, in relationships, instead of overanalyzing or trying to engineer specific outcomes, focus on being present and authentic. When you release the need to prove yourself or chase validation, connections deepen naturally, free from pressure or pretense. As the Stoics teach, freedom comes from focusing on what is within your control and releasing what isn't. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Living in flow embodies this wisdom, allowing you to move through life with calm confidence and purpose. By choosing to live in a state of flow, you cultivate peace and clarity. You stop chasing and start attracting. Your actions become intentional, your energy becomes magnetic, and your goals are achieved not through struggle, but through alignment. In this state, life no longer feels like a battle to win, but a journey to embrace, full of effortless progress and profound satisfaction. Number 8, invest in yourself. You are the most valuable asset you will ever own. No external wealth, status, or achievement can compare to the power of a well-nurtured mind, body, and spirit. To invest in yourself is to recognize your limitless potential and commit to becoming the best version of who you are meant to be. It is an act of profound self-respect and the foundation of a life filled with purpose, influence, and legacy. Imagine a figure standing tall amidst the noise of the world, radiating confidence and poise, not because of what they possess, but because of who they've become. This aura of greatness doesn't come from luck or privilege. It is the result of deliberate, consistent investments in themselves. The time, effort, and care they have poured into their growth have made them a force to be reckoned with, a beacon of inspiration for others. Investing in yourself begins with your mind. Expand your horizons by learning something new, whether it's a language, a technical skill, or a creative pursuit. For example, taking an online course in leadership or finance can open doors to opportunities you never imagined. Knowledge is a currency that never loses value. It enriches you from within and sets you apart in a world crowded with mediocrity. Your body is equally deserving of care and attention. Regular exercise, nourishing meals, and adequate rest are not indulgences. They are necessities for sustained vitality and strength. Think of an entrepreneur who starts their day with yoga, or a professional who prioritizes balanced meals to fuel their demanding schedule. These seemingly simple acts of self-care elevate their energy, focus, and resilience, enabling them to perform at their peak. Investing in yourself also means honoring your passions and interests. Dedicate time to the activities that make your spirit come alive, whether it's painting, gardening, dancing, or writing. These pursuits not only bring joy, but also deepen your sense of identity and creativity. For instance, a corporate executive who finds solace in playing the piano becomes not just a leader at work, but also a more fulfilled and inspiring individual. The rewards of investing in yourself are immeasurable. You not only grow in competence and confidence, but also attract respect and admiration. As Epictetus wisely said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." When you commit to your growth, you embody this wisdom, crafting a life that reflects your highest potential. To invest in yourself is to declare to the world, "I am worth the effort, the time, and the care." It is a path paved with discipline and vision, but it leads to a life of unparalleled fulfillment and greatness. You become not just a participant in life, but its architect, shaping your destiny with every book you read, every skill you master, and every ounce of energy you pour into your well-being. By making yourself your greatest project, you step into the spotlight of your own life, a figure of undeniable strength and brilliance. This is how legends are made, not by chance, but by the relentless pursuit of becoming more every single day. Number 9, true happiness comes from freedom, not force. Happiness, in its purest form, cannot be forced, neither upon yourself nor others. It is a state of being that arises when you let go of control, embrace acceptance, and live in harmony with your values and the flow of life. True happiness does not come from bending others to your will or molding yourself to meet external expectations. Instead, it flourishes in freedom. Freedom to be yourself, freedom to let others be themselves, and freedom to allow life to unfold naturally. Consider someone who constantly tries to force happiness. They chase relationships that aren't reciprocal, push themselves into careers that don't align with their passions, or demand that others act in ways that fulfill their expectations. This constant struggle creates frustration, disappointment, and a lingering sense of emptiness. On the other hand, imagine someone who embraces the philosophy of acceptance. They focus on what they can control, their actions, mindset, and attitude, while letting go of the need to control others or force outcomes. This approach creates space for genuine joy, contentment, and meaningful connections. For yourself, forcing happiness might look like striving for goals that don't resonate with your true desires, or pretending to be someone you're not to please others. True happiness, however, comes from aligning your actions with your inner values and allowing your authentic self to shine. For instance, if you find yourself in a career that doesn't inspire you, the answer isn't to force enthusiasm, but to explore paths that ignite your passion and purpose. When you live in alignment with who you truly are, happiness follows naturally. In relationships, the same principle applies. Trying to force someone to change or meet your expectations only breeds resentment and disharmony. True love and connection arise when you respect each other's individuality and support one another's growth. For example, instead of pressuring a partner to conform to your ideal, focus on nurturing mutual respect and understanding. When both parties are free to be themselves, the relationship becomes a source of genuine joy, not a forced obligation. As the Stoics teach, freedom comes from accepting what is within your control and releasing what isn't. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Happiness is not about forcing life to fit your script. It's about embracing life as it is and finding peace in the journey. True happiness is rooted in freedom, the freedom to live authentically, the freedom to let others be themselves, and the freedom to accept life with grace. It's not found in control or manipulation, but in surrender and alignment. When you let go of the need to force happiness, you discover that it's been waiting for you all along, quietly growing in the fertile soil of acceptance, self-respect, and genuine connection. Number 10. Confidence in silence. There's immense strength in silence. In a world that often equates noise with power, the ability to remain calm, composed, and silent speaks volumes about your self-control and confidence. Silence is not the absence of action. It is the presence of clarity, self-assurance, and the wisdom to know when words are unnecessary. It is a quiet declaration of your inner power and a refusal to be drawn into chaos. Imagine a heated argument where one person grows louder, trying to dominate through words, while the other listens intently, offering no reaction. The silent individual, calm and unshaken, exudes an authority that cannot be matched by volume alone. Their silence communicates restraint, thoughtfulness, and confidence, leaving no room for doubt about their strength. In contrast, the louder party appears desperate to win, their noise betraying insecurity. Practicing confidence in silence begins with resisting the urge to react impulsively. For example, when someone criticizes you unfairly, instead of rushing to defend yourself or retaliate, pause and reflect. By choosing silence, you send a powerful message. I am secure enough in myself that I don't need to justify my worth to anyone. Over time, your actions and consistent integrity will speak louder than any words could. Silence can also be a powerful tool in decision-making. When faced with a complex situation or an emotionally charged moment, taking time to sit quietly with your thoughts allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. For instance, in a workplace setting, instead of immediately countering a colleague's opinion during a meeting, listen carefully and take a moment to process. When you do speak, your words will carry more weight because they stem from a place of calm deliberation. Another way to harness the power of silence is to let your actions do the talking. If someone doubts your capabilities or criticizes your efforts, resist the urge to argue or prove them wrong with words. Instead, channel that energy into delivering exceptional results. Over time, your achievements will silence even the harshest critics. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Silence, when used wisely, allows you to listen, observe, and understand more deeply. It gives you the space to remain in control, respond with intention, and command respect without ever raising your voice. Confidence in silence is not about passivity or avoidance. It's about choosing your battles, valuing your energy, and asserting your strength without needing to dominate. By mastering the art of silent self-assurance, you demonstrate that true power comes not from how loudly you speak, but from how deeply you understand and how wisely you act. Number 11. The power of trust. Trust is a quiet, yet transformative strength. It's the belief that the things meant for you are already making their way into your life, even if you can't see them yet. When you trust in this process, you release the grip of anxiety. Ground yourself in calm assurance and redirect your energy toward the present moment. Trust is not passive. It's an active choice to align with patience, resilience, and clarity. Imagine planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, provide sunlight, and trust that nature will do its work. The same is true for the goals and desires in your life. Constantly worrying, overanalyzing, or chasing outcomes only creates resistance. But when you trust the process and focus on the steps you can take today, you create the conditions for growth and fulfillment. Trusting doesn't mean abandoning effort. It means balancing action with faith. For example, if you're pursuing a new career opportunity, do the work. Polish your resume, build connections, and prepare diligently. Then let go of the need to control every outcome. Instead of agonizing over when or how the opportunity will arrive, trust that your effort is enough and remain open to the possibilities life presents. This same principle applies to relationships. Trust that the right people will enter and stay in your life, and let go of forcing connections or holding on to those who don't align with your values. For instance, if someone drifts away, trust that it creates space for relationships that better serve your growth and happiness. By trusting in the flow of life, you free yourself from the burden of clinging or controlling. The power of trust also helps you stay rooted in the present. Worrying about the future or lamenting the past only pulls you away from the opportunities of today. When you trust, you let go of what-if scenarios and focus instead on what is. This mindset fosters peace and allows you to navigate challenges with a clear and steady heart. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Trusting in the journey doesn't mean ignoring your goals. It means walking toward them with confidence, not fear. The power of trust is a quiet assurance that liberates you from unnecessary stress. It allows you to work diligently while resting in the knowledge that what's meant for you will arrive in its own time. By embracing trust, you gain the freedom to live fully in the moment, knowing that your efforts and faith will guide you to where you're meant to be. Conclusion. Stoic philosophy teaches us to release what does not serve our peace, to focus on what truly matters, and to live a life rooted in clarity and purpose. By aligning with its timeless lessons, you can shift from a life of constant striving and external validation to one of inner strength and self-respect. These insights are not just principles to ponder, they are tools for transformation, guiding you to reclaim your energy, elevate your value, and live authentically. Imagine a life where you no longer beg for love, chase fleeting goals, or play mind games to gain approval. Instead, you stand tall in your truth, trusting that what belongs to you will come in its own time. This shift is the ultimate act of self-respect. It is a declaration that you refuse to settle for less than you deserve, and that your worth is not negotiable. The world may not always recognize this strength immediately, but as you embody these principles, the respect and fulfillment you seek will naturally find their way to you. Applying these lessons starts with small, intentional steps. Focus on elevating your energy by practicing gratitude and mindfulness. Set firm boundaries, not as walls to keep people out, but as lines that define your value and protect your peace. Embrace letting go of what no longer aligns with your purpose, whether it's a toxic relationship, an unfulfilling job, or outdated beliefs about yourself. Most importantly, trust the journey. Trust that your growth, your efforts, and your authenticity will lead you to a life of abundance and meaning. As you move forward, remember that true power lies in your ability to remain calm amidst chaos, confident in your silence, and resolute in your values. Stoic wisdom reminds us that external circumstances do not define us. It is our response to them that shapes who we are. When you embody this strength, you not only transform your own life, but also inspire those around you to do the same. If these lessons resonate with you, take a moment to reflect on your journey. What steps have you taken to honor your value and embrace clarity? Share your story in the comments. It may inspire someone else to begin their transformation. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Victory Stoic for more insights that empower you to live a life of purpose and peace. Let this be your moment of commitment. I honor my value and live with clarity. Say it, believe it, and live it. The life you deserve is within your reach, waiting for you to claim it.